All righty, got it there. All righty, y'all. Peaceful greetings to you all. Namaste, namaste, namaste. Islam, Islam, Islam. I am Brother Hasan Ghazi Obey. Here in Morocco at Northwestern Exum. How are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is part two. All right, parte deux, right? Part deux, right? Parte deux. All right, pertaining to us analyzing the 7-day tropical medical astro weather report and going on a day-by-day basis. I know on Wednesday I did testimony for Thursday and Friday, and now it is Friday. So happy Holy Venus degree to all beloved Muslims globally and intergalactically, so to speak. With that being said, we're going to look at Saturday, alrighty, before we close this Friday out. It is currently 2200 hours, 56 minutes. All right, 2200 hours, 56 minutes Eastern. All righty, and that is 10:56 post meridian Eastern for those that may not be privy to just subtracting 12 from 22. All right, any number past 12. All right, just subtract 12, and that's the time you get, and convert it post meridian. So with that being said, I am going to just, without further ado, just go and screen share here, right? Start the broadcast on this particular screen share. And just to show you really quickly what it is that we're looking at. We're looking at the 25th, all righty? And we know the sunrise is approximately 5:50 anti-meridian Eastern, right? Or 0500 hours, 50 minutes. And sunset will be about 17 minutes after 2000 hours, or that is 8:17 post-meridian Eastern. Let me see. We have a Venusian-Plutonian trine, a lunar Neptunian square, and that is the last aspect that Luna makes before egressing Sagittarius and then ingressing Capricorn at 36 minutes after 1100 hours, or 11:36 anti-meridian Eastern. And it will ingress Capricorn right after a 49-minute void of course moon. We all know moon void of course is buyer's remorse. So make no major decisions or major transactions during a moon void of course. Unless you already made plans prior, right? When the moon wasn't void of course, and it just so happens that what you are doing and completing your plans are taking place then okay, that's fine to complete whatever it is. However, guys, always remember to schedule your mirror AstroLiteracy sessions with I, Brother Hasan Ghazi Obey, so that you can get a sincere, true and sincere, all right, internationally certified professional astrological insightful reading, right? Really just an analysis that really helps everyone to be able to further, guide themselves, navigate themselves here on Earth. And it's all a part of man know thyself, right? And for me to complete that, man know thyself and thy father God Allah. And for those that actually have the metaphysical ears to hear without being dogmatic, Father is the process which mother chooses. God is to call upon, alrighty, the divine mind also. And Allah is all balanced law pertaining to the zodiac, alrighty? So Father, God, Allah, when you hear this process which mother chose to call upon, all balanced law pertaining to the zodiac. And gratitude indeed. You guys also know that this particular day that I'll be going in on for the 25th, of course, TUPAC meets. Shout out to all of the supportive members of TUPAC. We're continuing on our Horary, alrighty, analysis on what we got going on there. You guys still, you want to join TUPAC? You can, alrighty. I'm still accepting people joining. You got to bring a buddy when you join TUPAC, and it is a one-time, lifetime, alrighty, exchange to join TUPAC. We have about 34 videos archived now, if not 35, that you'll immediately get access to. Yes, my love. Yes. No, I'm just speaking on the live. Y'all good though? Oh, I thought that man wanted to come in here with me. Does he? Y'all want to come in here? All right. So TUPAC, alrighty. So you can check that out. Remember, it's 250 units in lieu of lawful money. Like for you to bring a buddy with you, alrighty. So that means it'll be 125 per sentient being, alrighty. But you guys gotta come together, right? So just bring a friend so that we can continue to increase our astrological community, alrighty, so that we can really comprehend how to really navigate here on Earth plane Asha, right? Midgard Earth plane Asha, really allowing ourselves to make the correct decision according to our genetically configured term natal chart. Alrighty, so you guys got to not be offended by the fact that I like to be complete in my wording. Don't feel sorry for yourself by saying, "Oh, you're speaking over my head." Be not bothered by that. It's actually love to speak completely and correctly so that you guys will have the appropriate verbiage and vocabulary necessary to actually better yourselves when analyzing any other astrological material and or content. All right, you'll see where some of my vocabulary actually stems from. So I trust that people are open-minded enough and can really see the metaphysical basis to what it is that I'm saying, because you guys already know Brother Hasan doesn't deal with beliefs. You know, beliefs are for fools and babies. All right, so we don't deal with beliefs here. Only knowledge. All righty. Period. You know, and don't be saying that, "Oh, that's like book of clearance." That's a comedy. All right. It's a realistic fictional comedy. It has some realism to it, but still it's a metaphysical comedy to someone like me who comprehends and always suggests that people actually read the Metaphysical Bible Dictionary and you know, be guided by a higher mindset to not be dogmatic and stuck in belief like a fool or a baby. All right. So again, look forward to seeing those that are going to participate for TUPAC next day, 25th May 2024. We are having a lot of fun in TUPAC. So even when you join TUPAC, you immediately get access not only to the quick thinking Moon and Mercury workshop, however, also you get access to the archived videos that we already have. Alrighty, on well, we already have archived in TUPAC's Google Drive. Alrighty, and you get to enjoy that plethora of videos. Alrighty, we meet every Saturday from 12 noon, right, 1200 hours Eastern to 2 post meridian or 1400 hours Eastern. All right. So without further ado, let's just get right on to it, guys. I did what I did there to make sure we comprehend what is going on. And last but not least, we see that Jupiter is ingressing Gemini. Out of the 4 testimonies I'll be giving, we see we have 2 transits and 2 ingresses. All right. So technically, right, Jupiter is void of course also. Sort of, you know, sort of, kind of, you know, since Jupiter is in Taurus, it's kind of still sextiling. Let's see, is there a sextile to Neptune that you guys went over that? Where was that? Sextile to Neptune right there, right? It happened Thursday at 1700 hours and 44 minutes approximately, right? 5:44 post meridian Eastern. That was the last aspect that Jupiter made before appearing void of, before being void of course, because the moon isn't the only thing that's void of course. But yes, that's where Jupiter made its last aspect and then going void of course, right? So this is beautiful. And usually when planets make transitions from one sign to another, there's usually some kind of like storm, major like thunderstorm for a very short amount of time. I've noticed that, but that just says that there's a change in the astrological weather overall. Pardon me. So let me stop the screen share here. All righty. I know it's you know, kind of late. You know, like I said, I want to do these presentations early, but you know, it's going with the flow, enjoying my loved ones today. And so I was like, you know, I'm going to make sure I go live right? Before, midnight hits. So that's what that is there. But hey, it's actually three of you guys here. Brother Tyro says peace and love, everyone. Peace and greetings to you, Brother Tyro. And Mother Sahar says happy Holy Venus degree to all. Indeed, indeed, right? And again, love y'all, all righty, that especially are dedicated to being TPAC members and making your contributions. Thank you all so much. So let's, without further ado, go on screen share here. All righty. And we see, as it's coming up, sunrise for the 25th May 2024. All righty. 0500 hours, 49 minutes and 56 seconds to be exact. The calendar always gives me the rounded approximate. However, you guys know, I'll make sure you have it down to the second here. All righty. And again, this is from our perspective here near the Baltimore Corporation, Maryland State Republic. And we're seeing that this is taking place, all righty, this particular Sol conjunct ascendant, right? The solar ascendant conjunction is taking place 4 degrees Gemini, 41 minutes. We know that's a Cancer degree, all right? And the sun in this particular chart is ruling over the tropical Regiomontanus 4th house. So it's very interesting. So family, property, right? Home and treasures, right? Maybe buried treasures and other family property, maybe family jewels, so to speak, maybe something golden to the family, maybe something being passed down to a next generation, so to speak, also. And that's just kind of the energy that, we are rising to, all righty, for that particular sunrise, for this particular zone, right? Quote unquote Eastern time zone, but also within the Virgo astrological zone, right? So with that being said, and continuing to move forward here, again, that is taking place at 4 degrees Gemini, 41 minutes. And I can really say also, this is just a means for us to probably really communicate something that's very valuable. Maybe there will be like a communication that comes off that's like a golden message or some type of gem, alrighty, that is essential. Even when it comes to maybe a neighborhood activity for children, that actually is something that creates some type of neighborhood recreation that's safe and secure for not just children, but also families collectively. So maybe Saturday you're preparing for some type of cookout or something of that nature. I know some people will call this quote unquote Labor Day weekend or whatever. So it's just very interesting to even see the alignment of the sun at 4 degrees, 41 minutes, Gemini, ruling over the 4th house. So this would be some type of reunion kind of energy taking place also, possibly, right? Just to give you guys a few testimonies pertaining to this particular aspect, all right? Called sunrise. So let's move forward here. The first transit that we have is actually in every transit that we have, the 2 transits and the 2 ingresses are actually taking place after sunrise here. And I remember last time we went live, guys, I was like, oh, my computer is doing X, Y, and Z. I only didn't need a reset. There was an update for it. So I was like, oh, okay. So now it just seems to be moving a little smoother here, right? So I'm thankful and grateful for that. And we have a 120-degree aspect here between Venus and Pluto. So the Venusian-Plutonian trine that we're looking at here. Let's hit the next button one time. It should keep us on the 25th May 2024 at 0700 hours, 15 minutes and 51 seconds. All right. So that is 7:15:51 anti-meridian Eastern. We see that Venus is here at 1 degree Gemini, 59 minutes. Venus is now ingressed, as I said on Thursday, that it was ingressing Gemini. So now Venus is now in tropical Gemini, still transiting, however, sidereal Taurus. So it still is having some dignity in sidereal. And it is trine Pluto here, 1 degree Aquarius, 59 minutes. However, Pluto is back appearing retrograde, all righty? And with that being said, we can clearly see that this is in the 8th house and the 12th houses. For me, again, like I said, there's in my book a bit of accidental dignity for Venus in the 12th, Pluto there in the 8th, especially having accidental dignity in the 8th. So if this happened in between air signs, alrighty, and these being 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 houses apart, here we can allow ourselves to value our relationships and having some creative means to serve the relationships that we have. Maybe there is an agreement with someone that you have and actually benefiting the health pertaining to said relationship or agreement or partnership can be done by actually allowing one to really take hold of some values that may seem foreign, alrighty, to the actual relationship, whether it's a business, platonic, or erotic / romantic, right? I like to say more romantic relationship, where there could be some sudden changes that can be thoroughly expounded upon, and really being able to possess some playful moments, maybe some creative moments, maybe a time to really just kind of let people know what's on your mind, on your heart, so that the sudden changes that are taking place in the relationships can be embraced, can be it could be also some power play, so to speak, especially when it comes to people who are making decisions, right? Making some type of decision, alrighty, within their mind to actually probably take further steps. Alrighty. So if this is, let's say, for example, you've been enjoying some type of business relationship or other kind of relationship, and you are seeing the growth that is imminent that's going to take place, and you may find yourself, just probably 9 times out of 10 renewing the vows, so to speak, pertaining to the relationship, so that it reestablishes the trust in a way to make sure that everyone is still on the same page. So that's what I'm seeing for Venus trine Pluto. Venus in Gemini at 1 degree 59 minutes, and Pluto, alrighty, at 1 degree 59 minutes Aquarius, and of course Venus in the 12th, Pluto in the 8th. So with that being said, we're going to move forward, and we're going to look now to Luna making its aspect quartile to Neptune. All right. So I'm going to put 90 degrees aspect there. I'm going to move that on. And this transit is taking place at approximately 1000 hours, 46 minutes, and 50 seconds. Luna's here at 29 degrees, Sagittarius, 33 minutes in the 5th house. And Neptune is at 29 degrees, Pisces, 33 minutes in the 9th. All righty. Neptune, contemporarily speaking, is ruling over the 9th house. However, sharing that traditionally with Jupiter, of course, and Mars, with Aries being intercepted within the 9th house. So that automatically lets me know that we're really looking forward, honestly, to finding a way of thoroughly being active in how we are actually relating higher knowledge, information, especially when it comes to bringing people into something that may seem a little foreign to them, whether it's world affairs or maybe a trip that people want to take. So this might be an opportunity for you to, do a PowerPoint presentation, so to speak, a keynote presentation for those Apple users. And what you can be able to do is really bring people up to snuff pertaining to the status and what it is that you're caring to share with them, so that you will be able to kind of take people's fears away, especially if they've had previous experiences that give them a bit of some type of reserve, so to speak, but you can thoroughly communicate with some type of, electronic presentation. And I'm thinking PowerPoint, right? Something that may take you out of your comfort zone. But, if this is a presentation, you don't like to be in front of people, allow the keynote or PowerPoint presentation to be able to help you guide your thoughts that you would care to share. And what you'll actually find is that people will thoroughly appreciate that, what it is that you have to share. Very interestingly, while Jupiter actually ruling traditionally, where both Moon and Neptune is, while actually being void of course, I think is very interesting. So here is where you will just have to rely on simply just being straight to the point. Don't embellish, don't hold back. All righty, just say exactly what it is. Be authentic. All righty, because here, with Jupiter being void of course, you won't necessarily have the energy, so to speak, as far as the influence. Jupiter's not under any influence nor exerting any influence, so to speak, even just being just briefly separating from both, where the Moon and Neptune is actually. Well, Moon separating from Jupiter, of course, but it's not even a real aspect, maybe 150 degrees. It's just coming off of a quincunx, so to speak. However, I will say that this will just show that, just be direct, all righty, and be straight to the point. And what people will actually do is they'll think about what it is that you share. And you'll find that even if you don't get an immediate response or an immediate goal, like say your goal is to see, let's say you're giving a presentation about doing some type of trip somewhere, and you're like, you wanted people to sign up right then and there, and only 3 people sign up, but you wait, till tomorrow, right? After, 7:15 p.m. So that could be either Sunday or Monday. And there's going to be quite a few people to sign up based off of your presentation that you've given. So that's how I'm seeing that there. All right. So I'm going to yield the floor on that one. This is Luna's last transit. It's going to go void of course for 49 minutes. And then it's going to ingress Capricorn at about 36 minutes after 1100 hours. So we're going to go to Capricorn here and make sure we're showing right where it's ingressing. And for the 25th May 2024 at 1100 hours, 35 minutes and 35 seconds. Alrighty, that's Eastern, of course. We're seeing Luna is ingressing Capricorn in the 5th house, and we know Luna is feeling a little out of place in Capricorn. However, this is where we can really, reflect on how we have structured ourselves at this point in life. We can see how we can be creative if we're feeling a little bit out of place, which kind of is going in harmony with just some things that I'm seeing as far as even that last transit. All righty, here what we can do is thoroughly allow ourselves to enjoy the fact that we were able to get over the obstacle presented with the Moon squaring Neptune in the void of course. And now what we can actually do is allow ourselves to find a means to be creative with feeling a little bit out of place. Because what we'll actually realize here as a people, and really what we'll be able to do within our subconscious mind, is we're going to really take advantage of the fact that we can, and I'm saying thoroughly can, have a genuine isolated situation where we can really reflect on ourselves and kind of think about like, oh, okay, well, I had no idea that I had this in me. And this will give yourself a chance to actually be proud of yourself. And not in one where you're like disillusioned about, your shortcomings, but proud in the sense where you recognize you've overcome a particular shortcoming, and now you're not really allowing those limitations in your mind. So I can see that this is where you can creatively overcome some limitations, all right, and allow your subconscious mind to, one, possibly be out of place, but allow structure, all righty, the structure that you have built to at this time in your life to be that which makes you feel comfortable with inside yourself. So this is a good way to reassure one's self-esteem, all right? After that, now Jupiter's no longer void of course, and approximately 15 minutes after 1900 hours, yes, that is 15 minutes after 7 o'clock post-meridian Eastern, we have Jupiter, all righty, ingressing Gemini. And to be exact, it's taking place at 1900 hours, 14 minutes, and 36 seconds to be exact. And Jupiter is ingressing Gemini here in the 7th house. I find that very interesting. Here, alrighty, some teacher is going to get some kind of news, I think, right? There's a teacher that's going to actually have some kind of message about relationships. I think here is where someone will actually rely on some relationship advice. This may be, you may schedule a session with Brother Hasan Ghazi Obey, a Synastry session, which is couples compatibility, so that you can be able to analyze a relationship between you and your loved one, or maybe a potential prospect that you have in mind, actually, right? Maybe you guys are dating, right? And then you guys dating or whatever, you're like, you know what, hey, let's really see what our compatibility is. No matter what, let's just really look at what's actually there. What did my mother give me? What did your mother give you? How do those astrological ingredients interaspect, and what is there for us, and to see what we can also see, not only just as far as the interaspect synastry, let's see what it is when we composite those energies also. So with that being said, I think here's where we will allow ourselves to really find the beauty in expanding upon that which we can learn in the early development of relationships. All righty. So in early development of relationships, find the means to really expound upon what it is that you can learn about one another. All right. What I think you'll actually find here, because it's interesting, because Venus is there still with Jupiter in the 7th house after coming off of its conjunction with Jupiter, right? Ruling over the 7th house. All righty. So I find this to be thoroughly beautiful. And overall, we see Mars is ruling the ascendant, along with Pluto being the co-ruler there. Mars is there in the 5th house in Aries, feeling good, still at home at the Sun's exaltation degree. So I find that here is where you can really have some transformative communication in learning and being creative, and it will be playfully leading to some practicing of bringing children forward, right? You may find yourself actually having an experience that gets quite intimate, all right? So are there any questions, comments, and or suggestions for me? I see now it's 5 of you guys checking the live out. But you can all let me know. Is there any comments, questions, and or suggestions? Going once. Let me know that, and we can just briefly look. Oh, okay, cool, no problem. Let me save that. I look forward to seeing you guys next day, right? Like I said, we want to go live, on the daily. We want to knock out the day before, right? So when I come back next day, which is the 25th, we'll be going over Sunday here, all right? We'll be going over these 3 transits for looks like it's All Saints Day. That's very interesting. Where Luna is continuing its transit through Capricorn, sunrise at 0500 hours, 49 minutes, sunset 18 minutes after 2000 hours. And we have 3 lunar transits, 1 trine to Mercury, 1 sextile to Saturn, and 1 quartile square to Mars. All of those transits are taking place after sunrise, of course. And I look forward to going over those transits on the 25th with you all. All right. Questions, comments, and or suggestions going Twizzeyes. Zion Law School says Islam, 7HealStar Islam to you also, beloved. At Zion Law School, gratitude indeed for your participation in viewing today. I look forward, as I said, to you guys to show up tomorrow. And you guys let me know how this goes. Hey, hey, look, man, you give a little monologue in the beginning, whatever, before you get to the transits. I do like you just doing it, day by day, and, let me know. Or like, nah, man, just give it to me all at once. You guys let me know, because, I'll be taking a break and then, okay, let's do this weather report. I've had a couple people hit me up like, I'm so glad that you're doing the weather report. That makes me feel great. And, and again, shout out to TUPAC. I'm telling you, the universally professional astrology community is our own. astrological society, I guess, if that's how you want to look at it. It's our astrological community. And you guys definitely keep me on point and keep me on my toes. And you guys have grown so much because I know we get to actually have a thorough and down-to-earth conversation about astrology and in a way where you guys are using it immediately. And that just really makes me feel very proud of you guys. So shout out to all of the TUPAC members. Guys, don't be afraid to be a part of TUPAC. You know, I'm like, what, 250, 125 for me and somebody else I bring? Yes. You won't be disappointed. That'll be your lifetime membership. And you, anything dealing with TUPAC, you will have access to. All righty. I will make sure you guys have all that you need. All right. So questions, comments, and or suggestions going through. Get through his eyes. I'll bring this up here. I want you guys to be able to see, because I know we got Pluto retrograde now, and that's about it right now. I will be able to show you some other things. And I trust with this coming up, we'll be able to just kind of, let's look at some events here. Retrograde periods, right? All righty. Looky. Astro Cookie, you see Pluto, right? Been in its retrograde zone since January 9th, 2024, right? When stationed retrograde on the 2nd May 2024, it will be stationed direct on the 11th October, right? Because it's, from our perspective here on Earth, it's a much slower moving planet, the slowest, quote unquote, alleged planet, right? And then it leaves its retrograde zone on the 2nd February 2025. So just being able to look at that, right? And we know that Mercury is out of its retrograde zone, right? Mercury left its retrograde zone on the 13th. Saturn is in its retrograde zone, of course, right? Since the 23rd of March, 2024, it will be stationed retrograde again on the 29th June, 2024 at 19 degrees Pisces, 26 minutes. It'll be stationed retrograde. It'll go station direct at 12 degrees Pisces, 42 minutes on the 15th November, 2024, right? During that Scorpio transit, the solar Scorpio transit. Then it leaves its retrograde zone on the 18th February, 2025, right? So just getting prepared for this retrograde season, right? So here we go. And Neptune, right? Look, Neptune, of course, in its retrograde zone since the 11th March, 2024, right? Neptune is stationed retrograde on the 2nd of July. It goes retrograde at 29 degrees, 56 minutes. This is amazing. Some will call that the fatalistic degree, right? As well as an anaretic degree, 29 degrees, right? And it will be retrograde, from its station until about the 27th, 27 degrees Pisces, 8 minutes, where it goes station direct on the 7th December, 2024. And it'll leave its retrograde zone just about 8 days after the vernal equinox. All righty, 28th March, 2025. Just to give you guys a little heads up, right? As far as certain retrograde activities. And if you wanted to know, okay, when's the next time Mercury's retrograde? Let's see. Mercury is retrograde. It enters its retrograde zone on the 16th July, 2024. It is stationed retrograde at 4 degrees Virgo, 6 minutes. So it'll be in its exaltation degree. It'll be dominant and in its exaltation sign, forgive me. But we know when it hits 21 degrees Leo, 25 minutes, it'll be entering its retrograde zone. And it will be retrograde until it gets back to 21 degrees Leo, 25 minutes on the 28th of August, 2024. All right. By that time, I think the sun will be transiting Leo. It'll be at about 6 degrees Leo, right? And Mercury will leave its retrograde zone. And of course, when it gets back to 4 degrees Virgo, 6 minutes on the 11th September, right? September 11th, 2025. All right. So with that being said, guys, I look forward to seeing you all next day. All right. I do. Woo. All right. Look forward to seeing y'all next day. And I will go in on Sunday. Right. However, TUPAC, we're meeting next day at 12 noon. So see y'all TAPC members next day, right? Saturday, 25th, May 2024. I love y'all. Thank y'all for joining me. I look forward to seeing you as we go over Sunday's transits next day or tomorrow. All right. So with that being said, I say to you all, namaste, namaste, namaste. Islam, y'all. Peace and love. Peace. Let me actually bring it back so I can actually say peace for real.